I guess Queen, you had a little bit of a heads up that she felt this way, but why did for me personally, my thing is like, yeah, you're highlighting what I did a few months ago, but you're not putting up the post where I acknowledge that I went too far in it. You're making comments like, oh, you belong together. What is she really saying? And why weren't others included? Is it because you're friendly with them? Is it because you mod for them? Is it because you really don't see the difference? Is it really the hashtags that are the problem and not the content? 'Cause I think the content's a little more important than the hashtag. You know what I mean? Like, we're all guilty of doing things and not the best way.
Yeah, I mean,
understand it.
I think criticism is always, something you can always improve upon. But you have to kind of point out all the facts if the person's changing, and also you have to kind of give them a solution. Be like, okay, what is the solution that you want people to do? Like, there's always a crescendo. There's like the beginning, there's the problem, then the worst of what the offense is, and then the solution. And you didn't give the solution at all. You basically said, there's the problem. These people did this. The end.
I think her solution is to stop the hashtags, but
no, it's more than that. It's more. It's like, well, you cannot talk if you talk about a true crime case, you cannot talk about any of the drama surrounding the true crime case.
The way she insinuated on QueenBee, she worded it poorly, because she made it almost brought off for just a subscriber, okay, for just on the other side. To me, it almost felt like she was insinuating that it was her and QueenBee. That you almost got this feeling of team, I don't want to say out of line, but you get where I'm going. It almost like, well, you could take it as that she meant QueenBee was backing her on that. If to me, I could be way out of line. I don't think she meant it.
I mean, are people going to go at me because I basically talked about Turtle Boy's influence on the Karen Reed case and the circus that they literally had a tailgating party outside a murder trial? Am I supposed to ignore that and just talk? Well, Karen Reed, so and so on so and so date. But I'm going to ignore the harassment of witnesses, of the 20 witnesses and the tailgating party and people throwing rubber duckies at the fucking witnesses and making phone calls to the pizzeria. I mean, like, am I going to just ignore that? Or I'm just going to be like reporting on the case and just ignore that? Because that would not be reporting on what's happening in that particular case at all. That would be removing important facts that would give a wider picture of the situation.
Well, again, I think if you want something just like that, then you go to like Christina Randall, you go to those type of channels. We are, for myself anyway, I'm more of a discussion, a Karama discussion. That's why I said the other night.
That's why it's called Karama, because sometimes true crime meets drama.
Right.
I mean, that's just how it is, especially with this online social platform where it's not like the old days where you watched an old documentary on TV and everything was like just like that. Now you have a situation where a lot of online people are jumping in, and you've got these online personalities jumping in that cause drama for an actual criminal case, and that causes drama. And that's gonna be the new situation. And even news stations are contributing to that and reporting on the drama.
Right, it's a discussion format.
Yeah, Court TV talks about the drama with the Karen Reed case. Court TV talks about the drama with the Alex Murdaugh case. I mean, like, that's how it is. And unfortunately, that's how it is. And if you don't like that category of things where true crime meets drama, then you got to jump to another category, because that's how it is.
That's my point. Call me Frenchie. She doesn't do open panel. She covers the cases. Go there if that's what you're looking for. Hey, Queen. Hey, Rose.
Good morning.
Hey.
Yeah, so, she invited, she conversed with you, and you kind of had a heads up as to what was going on, is how I
he said. Not at all. No, she wrote me a couple books. I didn't have time to read them, so that's not at all how the conversation went, though. But we'll talk about it later about all that. That's not how the conversation went, though. So I'm not sure why she made it out like we had a conversation that I knew about this video that I knew. No, that's not how that shit went down. Not at all. Second of all, okay, why would I run you off? You said what you said. You did what you did. It is what it is. I'm not going to.
I was joking. I'm sorry. Calm down. I was joking.
Just joking.
Yeah, I didn't mean it bad.
This is the same one that came. Okay, so there was a conversation on Justin's panel with some lady, rando fucking lady. I don't know who she is or where she came from. But she came up on Justin's panel talking about she was going to come to my court date and all kind of shit. So she comes up
I remember that lady. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
So she comes up on my panel and says, no, she's not going to go to my court date. That's disrespectful and rude.
Well, and then she went.
My word, whatever. She's like, I gave my word. I'm not going to do that. But then, 2 seconds later, you go to your own panel talking about, I should probably have somebody go for me.
Yeah, I heard it. For some reason, I went and looked. I was kind of pissed, so I just ducked out. I don't know why. I thought, well, who is this lady?
I know who it is.
I didn't know who it was, but she got about 5 seconds of my time, and I thought, well, do I email QueenBee? I'm sure somebody's emailing her. Should I tell her?
Yeah,
that's the Lady K. She had a panel. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Because I was commenting in her stream, and then somebody messaged me. It was like, girl, rewind that back 20 minutes. And I went back, and I was like, oh, no.
Yes, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not me, and I'm sorry.
You're Kathy, but Lady K is who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, no, honey, I'm
Yeah.
no lady.
She's so I don't even know who the fuck she even is. I have no idea. Anyways, long story short, I didn't know about this video. Didn't know it was gonna be made like this. She didn't go over it with me. We did not
Nope.
have a conversation, and she did not say, "Hey, I'm making a video where I'm mad about hashtags for the last 3 years, so I'm gonna make a premiere about it."
Yeah, I think she handled it distastefully. I get her point.
Well, and to put Duchess, first of all, I keep an open panel, so my panel swings from conversation to. I mean, we could be talking about. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
can talk
oh,
about
crocheting,
talking about marijuana, to talking about kids in school, to talking about, you know what I'm saying, school games, talking about social media, to talking about drama, to talk, you know what I'm saying? My panel shifts nonstop.
I don't even know how to describe your channel, to be quite honest with you. I like it. I like it.
As a ship in the open sea, and sometimes the storm comes in and rocks that ship from one side to the other.
I never know who's going to click that link or what they're going to say. I cannot control what people say or do.
You get strangers like me. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. That's why we like to have open panels. Great. Don't you like it, Granny? Don't you like having people come up that you don't know every single day?
Yeah, I
You know what I'm saying? I like
thoroughly
the
enjoy
different
it.
But I
You
think
get a
putting
different
Duchess in there,
perspective.
I will say putting Duchess in there I was really shocked that because there's tragedy pimps for fucking days. But we're pointing out hashtags, really?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, is the
And
hashtags is that more important than the actual content?
you
And
know what
that's
though?
where it became confusing.
My understanding, there's a place for tags specifically because that's how YouTube works. You tag who you're talking about. You tag who you're going to be talking about.
That's
So
why
if
they
I
all
tag
tag.
Sebastian, I'm going to talk about Sebastian. If I tag Sebastian and don't talk about him at all in a 5-hour stream, that's a fucking problem.
Right. Right. And
Right.
there were times that
But
I would
see-
start a stream with a certain idea, a certain topic,
Yep.
and an idea of how it would go. And then because of the open panel or just the reading of the room, it would go differently. So I remove the tag, I change the title, I do things to fix it. But it's easy for people who don't live stream, who don't have panels, to judge and think there's something nefarious about it. And I'm so tired of this whole paywall thing. I have a right as a fucking creator to give my members content, whether you guys disagree with it or not. Like, I have a right to do that.
You have a right to put anything anywhere you want. I mean,
Right.
it's your channel. Walk. If you don't like it, don't look. Right.
Yeah,
I mean, isn't that the whole?
Apparently, Queen, she mentioned the Cunningham press conference. Remember when you put that behind because someone jumped up on the damn panel?
Yeah, she didn't take the time to go look because she's been a member. She didn't take the time to go look at that fucking live, but that's all right. We'll go show it. It's all right.
You know what? I heard that part, and I'll be honest with you. I guess because I'm a follower of yours, and I thought, well, I know there's reasons you have to do that. Sometimes I guess I just automatically knew that it could have went behind because somebody said something inappropriate or off the wall or.
Yeah, and
And
Queen's in
so
litigation. She can't delete
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, weird. But I'm sure a lot of people could. That's kind of where she lost me when she said that. I'm like, yeah, up yours. And, yeah, that one was, again, uncalled for. Again, I get her point, but it could have been handled better.
Can I say one thing real quick? And then I gotta hop down. My internet keeps blipping out. I know that it was talked about earlier, and she addressed it in her video. About saying something. Talking about Seth. I've never called him a disparaging name or anything. Now, what I have said is his actions towards Sebastian, the things that humiliating things that now the world knows about him that should never be known. The him being in a chat of a woman that said that his son was defective, that she talked to veterans and they know how to dispose of a body, and then to top it all off, now we've included the pig farm. So she can have her opinion, and that's cool. It's all cool, but I can have my opinion too. And I know that I will never meet Sebastian one-on-one. Never in my lifetime will I do that. Not because he's not here, just because what are the chances? But I know that I'll be able to look him in the eye and not sit there. And now if Katie and Chris were doing the exact same things and Seth wouldn't, then I would be saying the exact same things. But I pose this question. There's a lot of Z coverage, okay? So anything could happen to anybody's child, whether they be a minor or an adult. They're still your child. If something would happen to Ziggy's child, would all of the content come down and her 100% grace be given? That's my question.
It's kind of what I was saying earlier, right? Like, I can have empathy for the fact that he has a missing child, but I can also acknowledge that he has jumped into drama himself. He's participated. He's added to it.
And Cheesy and a lot of us have given him grace on the fact where a lot of people stood on his neck and said, what, he has to be there, 14, 16 hours, 12 hours by himself, some parents have to do that to be able to pay rent. They don't have a choice. So, okay, but it's the lies. It's the, didn't have internet, all the things. I'm not going to go into the case, but I'm just saying, if I can have an opinion, she can have an opinion. I can have an opinion. You know, but I think the whole hashtag thing. Then, I mean, what is your title supposed to be? We're gonna chat and just not. I mean, how do people find the clarification of the misinformation that's being put out?